Hello, humans. I am here to report about my first 2 weeks on the road. I am coming up quickly, almost to 3 weeks. So I am going to tell you. I wanted to do a 1 week video, but I didn't get around to it. So here's the first 2 weeks. What I did was I made a list of things that were surprises, things that were hard, and things that were fun. So I'm gonna go through each list. So some of the surprises are that people are incredibly nice. I heard that rumor that RV people are really kind and they'll do anything for you. And I was thinking, yeah, right, like, not all of them, can't be like that. But they have been extremely nice. And that leads to the second surprise, which is road magic. So I came up with a new hashtag called road magic because it seems like all these really cool things keep happening and it's all just, I don't know, serendipitous, what the word, it's not a coincidence, it feels like magic, some kind of magic. And I'll start with a couple stories to show you what I mean by that. One was that a man at a campground in Denton, Texas, on my way south, knew that I was leaving the next day. You know, we talked when I was doing laundry and stuff. He was really nice, him and his wife, and he packed me a lunch because he knew I was leaving. And I went to do my laundry and get all my stuff out of the dryer. And when I came back to my RV, there was a lunch hanging from my door. And I was like, oh my God, like, that is amazing. It was like macaroni and cheese, bread, ham, potatoes and cheese. Oh my God. It was just the sweetest thing ever. And it almost made me cry because I was like, how kind are these people? This is amazing, you know? So another story is like, I parked across from this guy in Austin, Texas, and it turns out we went to the same high school. He graduated in 76, I graduated in 97, and I had a couple things that I was like quirky about, like I'm still getting used to the RV and I don't know like certain things. So he was like, oh, by the way, I'm an engineer, so if you need any help, let me know. And I'm like, oh my God, like I need you, come here and look at this, you know? It was amazing. So he helped me with a couple things. And then the best part was his wife. I had a private event in Austin, Texas, and I like gave this presentation. I was speaking. It was very vulnerable for me. I was telling my story, all this stuff. And I'll talk about that in another video later because I'm kind of like, can't talk about it right now. But his wife the next morning, I was kind of like worried because I was like, oh God, I have what I call a vulnerability hangover where like you're really open and honest and like you're worried that people are going to judge you. And so I was like, oh my God, they're going to just like hate me and I'm not going to be able to look at them the next day, you know. And I was outside cooking breakfast and his wife came across the street and said, I saw you out here cooking and I just wanted to bake cookies and here I baked you some and they're fresh out of the oven. And she literally had them wrapped in tinfoil and they were warm and like soft and like melt in your mouth. And I haven't had a cookie in 11 months because I'm on the keto diet. I ate them cookies. Okay. So that's hashtag road magic. So there's like 3 instances. I could tell you at least one has happened every single day, except for like the 2 days that I didn't really do anything and I was just in bed. So anyway, road magic is a surprise. I did not expect that. So the next surprise is that draining my gray tanks and black tanks and filling my water and learning some of these systems, actually now I'm getting a hang of it. I'm not scared of them so much. Like I was scared to touch anything. I didn't want to start my generator. I was scared of the poop water. Like I was scared of everything. But I think I'm like good. Like I'm got this down to a science. I'm pretty quick to drain things. I'm pretty quick to hook everything up. It's a lot of it is a surprise that it's a lot of movement and bending over, and I have some dizziness issues, so it's a little surprise that like how much movement it is. I wasn't really expecting that, but so that just means I have to go faster to get it over with because I can't be bending over and bending down and all this kind of stuff. It's too much on me. The next surprise is things get dirty very quickly. So if I walk my dog and then he comes back in the RV, there is like footprints everywhere. So I have to clean his feet. I have washed these carpets that I bought like 2 weeks ago. I've washed them like 3 times already. So you have to do a lot of laundry. You have to clean up after every time you make a meal. You know, I'm in like, I think it's 135 square feet. I don't even know. It could be less than that. I don't know for sure. But every time I make a meal, I clean up. I clean up outside. I'm constantly cleaning up. Like I'm cleaning up way more than I did at my own house. So that is a surprise. The next surprise is that I feel safe. I haven't felt threatened. I haven't felt in danger. There was only one campground. Where was it? In Fort Worth, Texas. It was like I had to get it that night because I was running late after an event and it was really cold outside and it was rainy and I didn't want to boondock. And so I was like, I just got to pay for a site and it was freaking $50 and I was not happy about it. And when I pulled in, I was outside hooking up, and I heard gunshots, and I ducked down, and I was like, those are close. Wow. Most people would have probably left. But I, of course, was like, well, they were not that close, and, like, everybody is fine. Everybody seems fine. Nobody's coming out looking. And, like, these people look like, middle class, lower middle class, working class people. Like, you're fine, Angie. Just chill. It's only one night. So I stayed there. The next surprise is cooking is okay. Like, I actually enjoy cooking outside. I don't know what it is, but I like being out there as long as it's warm. I've done it when it's cold, but it's just not as fun. I think I've only cooked inside like 3 times. So my friend bought me this, what's it called? Blackstone grill. And it's with propane. It's just like this big grill. I'll put a link in the comments about which one I have. Anyway, you just use it outside and you flip it, and it's great. You can cook stir fry, eggs and bacon, whatever you want. Pancakes. I don't eat pancakes, but you can cook whatever. I love it. Next one is, I think I still have too much stuff. So I've gotten rid of about 90% of my stuff. Everything that I own is either in the RV or in my sister's basement in a very small corner in her basement. And my bed, I just could not let go of my bed because I saved a lot of money for that bed. But I still feel like there's just too many little things. Like, I have too many cords for things. Like, all this camera equipment that I have. Like, right now I'm using my laptop. I'm not even using it. So I just feel like I have a little bit of clutter that I need to go through. But, like, the other day I just got rid of all my gray tank and black tank chemicals because I was like, I don't need those. All you need is water, and I dump frequent enough. It's not like things are stacking up, So, to get rid of a little bit more stuff. Another surprise is that I love my shower. Don't ask me why, because it's tiny. But I kept thinking about it the other day, like, why do I like the shower so much? I don't understand. And I think it's because my water is so hot. And in my apartment that I used to live in, I'd have to turn the hot water on as high as it would get, and it still didn't really feel hot. It was just kind of like warm, because I think I had my water heater like kind of low. But in here, it's freaking hot, and it like almost melts your skin off, and it feels so good after a long day. And then I just roll into bed, and I just love it. I don't know. I just love my shower. All right, so that's done. I'm done with the surprises. Next is the things that were hard or are hard. Okay. The number one thing that is hard is I spend way too much time finding a campground. So part of it is information overload. Part of it is I'm not used to this yet and I don't have a groove. And part of it is just way too many choices. So like I'm trying to plan the next phase. Like I planned the first couple weeks and then I didn't plan anything. So, I mean, I know like the general route I'm taking, but I don't know where I'm going to stay. So let me show you my phone. This is, nope, not that. This is how many different apps there are for camping, and then here's more. So you have RV Parky, Harvest Host, All Stays, Free Roam, Campendium. You have iOverlander and All Stays Military. And of course there's freecampsites.net. There's a couple. There's probably one more. So anyway, I start looking and then I can't find anything, or I look and they're too expensive, or I look and this one's free, but I'm nervous because I'm new and I don't want to boondock yet by myself, and like, I don't know. I get so many choices, I can't make up my mind, and then I have to walk away, and then I wait 2 days, and then I'm like, oh crap, I don't have a place to stay tonight. And so that happened last night. Like, I just could not find a place, and I was like, okay, I'm just gonna have to go to Cracker Barrel. But then #RoadMagic jumped in and saved me because a spot opened up at the park that I'm at. So I was like, thank you, Jesus. Like, I had a spot tonight. But anyway, that has been a real problem. Way too many choices, way too many apps, way too much, decision to make. Like, okay, can you go without water for $5 a day, or, stuff like that. So anyway, next thing that's been hard. Things have been breaking and things are expensive. So, I'm probably going to have to do another video about how much it costs to get on the road, because that was quite more than I expected. I did budget for it. I have saved money for it. I had some friends help with like buying me things that I needed, like supply-wise. It was very expensive. And so I've invested a lot into this, but things like on the road, like let me tell you this funny story. It wasn't funny at the time, but I was driving through Oklahoma. I was having some pretty massive anxiety driving because I have vision problems and vestibular problems, which is the next blank on my list. But all of a sudden, I heard a dink. I looked up, and the windshield had a chip in it because the car in front of me kicked up a rock. So I have a chipped windshield. I'm driving, And then 30 seconds later, I swear to God, 30 seconds later, my phone starts blowing up and it says there's a chemical fire in the area and you are in the downwind area. Please seek shelter, blah, blah, blah. I'm like, oh my God. So like, I can't even process that I just cracked my windshield and now my phone is going off. So I like kind of panicked and I called my friend in Missouri and I was like, can you look up, like, what does this mean? Where am I? It said some random city and I didn't know if they meant like Arkansas or if they meant Oklahoma or they meant Missouri because I was like very close to the border and it was like my first freaking day on the road. Anyway, so I had to get my chipped windshield repaired. The guy didn't think he could do it. It actually turned out it was fine. Then I had to get an alignment. Then I put metal valve stems on the tires to have a tire pressure monitoring system, which basically identifies if you have a leak or you start losing air too quickly. It will beep for you so that you could prevent a blowout and pull over to the side before that would happen. So it's a very important safety feature for me. Well, I had a friend drop the RV off to get it repaired because I was out of town at the time. This is like before I left. And the guys, I had called them on the phone and said, please repair these according to the instructions. There's directions. Please follow, blah, blah, blah. They didn't follow the directions, okay? So when I got the RV back, which was like weeks later, it wasn't put on right. I didn't even notice. I didn't look. I just assumed they would do it. No, they didn't do it right. So I had to go pay somebody else, get new parts, pay somebody else to fix it. So that's also been a theme, is that like, no matter how much, even them jacking up my tires, like to repair it, I'm like standing there telling the guy, like, look, I've done the research. Here's my manual. Here's the directions. You have to do it this certain way. It's like, just give me the tools and let me do it myself, you know? But I don't know how to work all the tools, so I can't do that. But it's been like a series of things like that where they're like, oh, you can't possibly know your RV. You're just a dumb girl or something. I don't know what they think. And then I'm like, here's the directions. Will you just follow them? And they're like, no, I got it. And I'm like, no, you're doing it wrong. Follow the directions, you know? That has happened like 3 times. So, a lot of things have happened on the way. So hard is talking to mechanics and like telling them how to fix your stuff and make sure that you know what they are supposed to do, because they don't always do it, because a lot of people don't know RVs, you know? Anyway. Okay, another hard thing is Joe and I getting around in the small space. He is totally fine. He loves being here. He loves laying outside. The hard part is like when I feed him and I'm standing up in the kitchen, like it doesn't work. I have to go sit down and relax because he doesn't want to eat. And then it just gets kind of crowded and like you can't pass each other in the hallway and he can't turn around in the bedroom very well. So it's just like we're still getting used to that. The last hard thing, and then we'll get on to the fun stuff, is groceries, trips out, and little things. So I've been so lucky. One of my friends in Austin, Texas let me borrow her truck for the last week. So I've been extremely spoiled and like this is probably never going to happen again. But I had to run out to get batteries, then I have to run out to get laundry done, you know, another day, and then another day it's like you have to get groceries because your fridge only holds like 3 days of groceries and you don't want a bunch of stuff in there. So like constantly buying groceries, doing laundry like every week or 2 weeks. I've done laundry I think twice, maybe 3 times so far. 3 times in 2 weeks, which is kind of a lot, you know, mostly because of the carpets. So anyway, it's been a lot of trips out to like get little things that I forgot, or like the batteries in my headlamp died, or I wanted firewood, and so like firewood is really expensive. I didn't expect that, you know. So anyway, it's like combining trips, trying not to go out, and when you do go out, make sure you get everything you need. I think I'm just gonna buy like a little board and hang it so I can write a note like these are the things you need, don't forget, so that next time you go out you get everything. But then it like takes forever while you're out. Anyway, that's probably I'm not gonna be spoiled like that very long. So the truck is gone and now I'm gonna be back in the RV, and you don't want to drive out every single day to go do something. Okay, so fun stuff. My favorite fun thing is waking up slowly and looking out the window and you see birds and you hear birds and you see trees and grass, and every morning your window is different. You know, I've been in this park for like a week, so I'm cool here, but like I've had to move like 3 times. So anyway, it's just beautiful to wake up and look outside and like you don't hear traffic and the air is really fresh, and like hearing the raindrops on the roof. I think it's actually peaceful. I thought I would like not be able to sleep, but I love it. So that's been my favorite part. The next fun part is different people, different food, different sights, different culture. Like Austin, Texas is really groovy. Like, if I wasn't in an RV, I would definitely live here. I lived here like 15 years ago. I would definitely come back. I love it. It's like experiencing it with new eyes, all these new food, new roads everywhere, all these stores that were not here when I lived here last time. It just like, I just like being like beginner's mind, like completely empty, like have no expectations. I don't know what's gonna happen, and I just kind of walk around like really curious and like wandering the streets. I just love it. That part is I love it. I haven't gotten to do that a lot. Like I did it like maybe 2 days since I've been here, 3. But Denton I did a little bit. Tulsa we did it a little bit. So I'm hopefully gonna do it more. I'm just still like getting my knees, getting my legs, like doing all this little stuff and making sure everything is working. I haven't had like a lot of time, but the next fun thing is getting to know the area and the neighbors and the campground. So it's really fun. Like when you're walking, people will say hi to you, and you'll say, "Hi, where are you from? Really nice RV, whatever." You get to see like the different ways people live. I think it's just really interesting. Anyway, so like I just love talking to these people that are random strangers, and it's usually like a 5-minute conversation. So you don't get I don't get lonely or anything. I haven't been lonely. Some people have asked me if I was. I'm like, no, because you talk to your neighbors for 5 minutes, I'm fine. So I really enjoy that. And then the last fun thing is that Joe is just having a great time, and he's over there sleeping right now. Otherwise, I would bring him on camera. But he's had a great time. He is loving being outside. He knows I'm talking about him. He's looking at me. He loves being outside. He loves going on hikes. It's like he comes alive because we're in nature, and he just loves it. So that has been my first 2 weeks on the road. I am looking forward to how this will change and morph, and how I can look back on this video and think about this period of time and how different it's been. Oh crap, I forgot something. I'm gonna go back to one of the hard things was, I've had really high anxiety, and it's been a struggle, and driving has been very, very, very difficult, and I've had to pull over way more than I expected. I've had to pull over and actually put like blinds on my eyes to like chill and relax. It's been really tough. Anxiety has been tough. I think like I just have so much stress because I got out of my house as quick as I could and sold all my things and moved into 135 square feet. So I think it's expected to feel a little worse. I'll show that in another video about my story and why, I do have some disabilities, visual, vestibular, anxiety, emotional, that kind of stuff. So, that has been difficult, which is why I'm not like going out on town every single day and like shooting travel videos. Okay. I'm inside a lot. But anyway, this overall has been really, really cool surprises that I didn't expect. A lot of fun, and some things have been hard, but I look forward to how this will change and how, like I said, I just want to look back and, see what it's like, 6 months from now, and maybe give you guys updates like once a month and see how it changes as we go. So thank you for watching. Please hit like or subscribe below. That helps other people see my videos. Please shop my Amazon links that are in the below. It doesn't charge you anything extra. I get a percentage of whatever you buy as like a finder's fee or something. So it's just a way to support me with gas money. And that's it. Thank you so much for all your support, and see you soon, humans.